Just place this one thing in front of your house, and you will see wealth and good fortune pouring in like water flowing back to its source. Hello, I am Master Quan. In Feng Shui, the front door is not just a place to come and go. It is the mouth of energy. It is the very spot that determines whether prosperity will find you and stay with you. This is the first point where the energy of the universe touches your home, and it often reveals whether the homeowner will thrive or struggle. What is special is that there is one very familiar item, something almost every home has. But very few people realize that if it is placed correctly right at the entrance, it can open the gateway to abundance, invite luck inside, and hold on tight to the money already in your home. In this video, I'm going to reveal exactly what that item is. More importantly, I will point out the common mistakes that many families unknowingly make, which cause wealth energy to turn around and leave the moment it arrives. If you are looking for a way to hold on to your money, attract fortune, and build long-lasting prosperity, then this is knowledge you absolutely cannot miss. Before we begin, leave a powerful affirmation in the comments. I open my door to welcome wealth and happiness into my home. This is the very first step to activating the flow of abundance starting today. And if you want to keep receiving Feng Shui tips to help your family grow more and more prosperous, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss any valuable insights from me. So, what exactly can turn your front door into a gateway for wealth and prosperity? Let's dive into each powerful little detail right now. Number 1, a clean doormat with bright, cheerful patterns. One of the smallest yet most impactful elements when it comes to attracting wealth is the doormat placed at your front entrance. In Feng Shui, this is not simply a spot to wipe off your shoes. It is the welcoming foundation for good energy. A bright, clean doormat helps highlight the entire entryway. This is especially important because the front door is where energy first enters your home. When the mat gives off a fresh and joyful feeling through its colors and brightness, it encourages universal energy to gather and flow easily into the house. On the other hand, a dull-colored or worn-out mat can make the entrance feel gloomy, which slows down and weighs down the flow of energy. Beyond color, the condition of the mat is just as important. A fresh, flat, and dry mat shows respect for your living space. It reflects a household that pays attention to even the smallest things. That kind of mindset harmonizes with energy, flow, and attracts opportunities and abundance. If the mat is torn at the edges, frayed, or stained for too long, it sends a message of instability, like a worn-out doorway that can no longer welcome blessings. Another key aspect is cleanliness. A doormat constantly collects dust, dirt, and debris from the outside. If not cleaned regularly, it becomes a blockage right at the entrance, making it harder for energy to move in. Psychologically, stepping over a clean mat gives a pleasant feeling. In contrast, stepping over a filthy one makes people feel like they are dragging a burden into the house. This directly influences the homeowner's mental state when it comes to welcoming fortune. In Feng Shui, the doormat is seen as the starting point for energy distribution throughout the home. If that beginning is clean, bright, and inviting, the energy that follows will be more positive. That's why many families notice an immediate shift in their home's atmosphere after replacing an old mat with a new, colorful one. The size of the mat also matters. A mat that is too small makes the space feel cramped, leaving energy with no room to settle before entering. A well-sized mat that balances nicely with the door creates a feeling of harmony and stability, as if the doorway is generously welcoming honored guests. One small but important detail: pay attention to the shape of your mat. A neatly shaped rectangle brings stability. An oval or round shape suggests continuous flow, allowing energy to move more smoothly. Avoid odd, irregular shapes or mats that sit crooked, as they signal imbalance. Finally, treat the act of changing your doormat as a ritual for starting fresh. Whether it is at the start of a new season or during a time when you want to invite abundance, placing a bright new mat at your doorstep is like putting up a sign to the universe that says, "This door is ready for prosperity." That small ritual carries the power to shape energy flow and help your household stay aligned, both financially and spiritually. Number 2, a healthy green plant. Right next to your front door, the presence of a healthy green plant acts like a living charm that breathes life into your home. In Feng Shui, greenery represents life, growth, and constant renewal. The more vibrant the plant, the stronger the energy field of the home, like a full stream of water nourishing every member of the family. A properly placed plant by the entrance sends a clear message to prosperity. Come in, this place is full of life and ready to nurture abundance. The plant's vibrant energy activates and sustains the flow of good fortune. The front entryway is the place where energy decides whether to stay or move on. A thriving plant gently slows down that energy, holds it in place, and allows it to spread peacefully into the home. Choosing the right plant is essential. Look for ones with shiny, lush leaves that are easy to care for. Popular options include pothos, peace lilies, Chinese evergreens, lucky bamboo, or even a green bushy fern, all of which are rich in life force. Full, rounded leaves create a sense of completeness and represent accumulated wealth. Avoid plants with sharp thorns or spiky leaves, as they may give off a repelling energy and disrupt the harmony at the entrance. When placing your plant, go for a pot that is proportionate, not too big to block the doorway, and not too small to feel insignificant. A healthy plant placed neatly to one side of the door becomes a subtle focal point, adding beauty while helping energy settle in, like a green friend standing by to welcome both guests and wealth. Beyond Feng Shui symbolism, plants have a real emotional impact. Entering a home filled with greenery instantly calms the mind and lifts the mood. When the spirit is light, the household's energy flows more freely, supporting luck and success. This is a clear example of how the physical environment is deeply connected to financial and emotional well-being. It is crucial to keep the plant healthy. A dried-up, yellowing, or withered plant does more harm than good. It sends out a signal of stagnation and decline. In Feng Shui, a dying plant by the door is like a sign saying the homeowner lacks vitality or motivation, something you absolutely want to avoid. So in caring for your plant, you are also caring for the prosperity of your home. To amplify the energy, you can place two symmetrical plants on either side of the door. The symmetry gives a sense of stability and acts like two green pillars supporting the flow of luck. Every time you open the door, the image of two healthy, lively plants looks like nature's open arms, ushering fortune into the home. In short, a green plant at the door is not just decoration. It is a symbol of life, a green light for positive energy, and a promise that this home is always growing and always open to prosperity. By simply keeping your plant vibrant, you are quietly planting the roots of long-lasting wealth. Number 3. Warm lighting. In Feng Shui, warm lighting at the front door is like a lighthouse in the dark sea, guiding the way and anchoring positive energy. It is not just about installing a light bulb. It is about sending the message that this home is awake, welcoming, and full of life. Anyone passing by will feel the vitality inside, and good energy will be drawn to that light. What matters here is the quality of the light. A harsh white LED bulb might be bright, but it often feels cold and distant. In contrast, a soft, warm yellow light gives a cozy and inviting glow. In Feng Shui, warm lighting represents abundance and powerful energy, like the early morning sun, strong enough to energize but still gentle and supportive. That balance makes warm yellow light ideal for front entrances. Beyond Feng Shui, lighting deeply affects our emotions. When you come home at night and see a warmly lit doorway, your mood instantly lifts. You feel safe, welcomed, and comforted. It is a subtle but powerful transition, from stress to peace, from the cold outside to the warm embrace of home. That feeling directly influences how your home's energy works. One important rule is to keep the light consistent. Flickering or dim lights are seen as signs of unstable energy, making it harder for wealth to settle in. Regularly checking and replacing bulbs when needed is a simple act of maintaining the energy of your home. There are many ways to light up your front door. A simple overhead lamp casting a warm glow down the doorway is often enough. But if you want extra grounding energy, consider placing two matching lights on either side of the door. This symmetry adds not only beauty, but also the symbolic effect of twin torches guarding the entrance, guiding energy straight into your home. In addition to brightness and placement, the shape of your light fixtures also matters. Rounded, soft-edged designs tend to bring harmony and calm. In contrast, overly sharp or complex shapes may disrupt the energy flow. It is best to choose lighting that matches your home style and avoids anything too jarring or off balance, especially at the entrance. One last tip, keep the lights on during the evening, even when no one is coming or going. Lighting is not just for people, it is for energy. When the light is always present, energy has a clear anchor point and will not get lost in the dark. This is one of the simplest ways to keep your front door in a state of constant welcome. Never cold, never forgotten. Number 4, Feng Shui symbols. Along with plants and lighting, Feng Shui symbols placed at the front entrance serve as guides for wealth energy. These are not just decorative pieces with spiritual meaning. They are tools that shape and direct the energy field at the very threshold of your home. What matters most is choosing the right symbol and placing it with intention, not just copying what others are doing. One of the most popular and powerful symbols is a metal wind chime. The sound of metal ringing through the air clears out stuck energy and invites in a fresh, flowing stream. When the wind blows, the chime becomes a reminder that energy is moving and alive. The sound not only energizes the space, but creates a rhythm that makes it easier for wealth to arrive and settle in. A shiny brass or metal chime hanging in a well-ventilated spot near the door works best. Besides wind chimes, many families place wealth-attracting symbols in front of their homes. For example, a small statue of the god of wealth in a visible spot sends a clear signal. This house welcomes abundance. This is not about superstition. It is about creating a field of intention. Every time you or a visitor pass by, the symbol serves as a reminder that prosperity is always the goal. Symbols related to water are also very common. Water represents flow and money, so small water urns, paintings of gentle streams, or even ceramic pots with wave-like patterns, all placed in harmony near the entrance, can attract wealth energy. Just make sure the water imagery is peaceful and calm. Images of crashing waves or violent waterfalls can cause a sense of chaos instead. The most important thing when using Feng Shui symbols is alignment with your personal energy. If you pick something just because others use it, but you do not feel a real connection, the item will not work as intended. On the other hand, if you choose a symbol that truly resonates with you, it becomes a powerful energy amplifier. In Feng Shui, your belief and emotion are what activate the power of the symbol. Also, remember to keep things balanced. Too many objects at the entrance can make it visually overwhelming and confuse the energy flow. Just one or two carefully chosen items, placed with thought and care, are more than enough to create a strong effect. The front of your home is where energy gathers. Cleanliness and elegance help energy move more smoothly than any kind of clutter or showiness. But you know what? Even if you place a clean doormat, healthy green plants, warm lighting, or Feng Shui symbols at your front door, none of it will matter if your main entrance is making one of these serious mistakes, a set of common errors many households unknowingly fall into. Here are the 6 most common Feng Shui mistakes made at the front door. Mistake number 1, hanging a mirror directly opposite the front door. Many families hang a mirror right across from the front entrance. They think it is convenient to check their outfit before leaving or glance at their appearance when walking in. But in Feng Shui, this is a major mistake that should be avoided at all costs. The reason is simple. The front door is where wealth, opportunity, and positive energy enter your home. When you open the door and that good energy comes in, it immediately hits the mirror and gets bounced right back out. A mirror only reflects illusions. It cannot hold on to anything. So the energy has no place to stay. As a result, the home always feels like it has but does not keep, making it difficult to attract or hold on to prosperity. On top of that, a mirror facing the door creates a sense of unease for those living inside. Every time the door opens, light and movement get doubled, which can make people feel unsettled. Like there is always something strange at the threshold. Over time, this constant energetic disturbance can destabilize the harmony and abundance of the household. Mistake number 2, a damaged or squeaky front door. Even if your home is clean and beautifully decorated on the inside, a front door with peeling paint, wobbly hinges, or loud creaking noises sends out seriously negative energy. The front door is not just an entry point, It is the face of your home. And if that face looks worn out or neglected, the energy passing through becomes heavy and unstable. Every squeak from the door is like an alarm saying this place lacks strength. Peeling paint, rusty hinges, or cracked wood all symbolize decline and depletion. In Feng Shui, these images reflect directly on financial issues: money slipping away, unexpected expenses, and constant financial stress. In reality, simply fixing the front door, replacing the hinges, adding a fresh coat of paint, and ensuring it opens and closes smoothly can transform the atmosphere of your home. When the door works effortlessly, it becomes a clear pathway for energy and prosperity to enter. The people living inside feel more at ease, and this naturally leads to better work performance and improved financial flow. Mistake number 3, a door that is hard to open or gets stuck. If you have to use force every time you open the door, or if it drags and makes unpleasant noises, that is more than just annoying, it is a sign of blocked energy. In Feng Shui, a stuck or heavy door means that opportunities are struggling to make their way in, constantly hitting obstacles. The heavier the door feels, the harder it is for energy to flow. This often leads to delays at work, stalled plans, or opportunities that seem promising but never quite work out. People in the house may feel constantly frustrated, like something is always holding them back, like trying to move forward but your feet keep getting tangled. The solution? Keep the mechanics of your door smooth and easy to use. Well-oiled hinges, a reliable lock, and a comfortable handle. Once the friction disappears, everything starts to flow more smoothly, including your finances and life path. Mistake number 4, the front and back doors are aligned. This layout mistake is common, especially in long, narrow houses where the front and back doors sit directly across from each other. While it might feel breezy and open, in Feng Shui, this is a big no-no. When the front and back doors are aligned, any energy that enters immediately rushes out through the back. There is no time for it to pause, settle, or spread throughout the home. As a result, wealth and luck flow in and right back out, like water through a pipe, never lingering. People living in such homes often find that while money comes in, it disappears just as fast. Wealth does not stick, and even success feels short-lived. It is like the house becomes a pass-through rather than a landing spot for fortune. Without an anchor point, good energy slips away. That is why so many families in this layout feel like they are constantly working hard but struggling to keep what they earn. Mistake number 5, clutter, shoes, trash, or old items piled up at the entrance. Many households have a habit of leaving shoes in disarray, placing trash bins, or stacking unused items right outside the front door. At first glance, it might seem harmless, but from a Feng Shui perspective, this clutter acts as an invisible barrier blocking your luck. The front entrance sets the tone for everything that follows. When the first thing you see is a mess, old items, or garbage, energy becomes compressed. It has no room to move. In Feng Shui, clutter represents blockage and stagnation. The more crowded the space, the harder it is for good energy to find its way in. Fortune will often turn around at the sight of a messy entry, much like a guest would hesitate to walk into a home that feels cramped and chaotic. Beyond wealth, clutter at the front door affects the homeowner's mental state. Every time you walk by, your eyes are reminded of the mess. This unconsciously creates tension and irritability. Over time, it lowers motivation, creates disharmony in the household, and even affects emotional well-being. A cluttered entry often reflects a sense of frustration and stagnation in daily life. The solution is simple: keep the area clean and tidy. Only place items that represent positivity. Shoes should be neatly arranged or stored in a dedicated rack. Trash should never be near the door, and old, unused items should be removed promptly. Mistake number 6, a dirty door with dust, cobwebs, or piles of fallen leaves. One of the worst Feng Shui sights is a front door covered in dust, spiderwebs, or surrounded by piles of dry leaves. This is not just a sign of neglect. It carries a powerful symbolic message. Dust represents stagnation and stuck energy. Cobwebs suggest abandonment, like no one has truly been present in the space for a while. Fallen, dried-up leaves signal a loss of vitality and fading luck. Altogether, these elements send a very clear message. This home is not open to new opportunities or wealth. As a result, good energy either cannot enter or quickly loses its power once inside. On an emotional level, living in a space where the front door is constantly dirty and neglected can drain your energy. It leads to a sense of gloom, fatigue, and a lack of motivation to enjoy life or pursue success. Over time, that external carelessness reflects inward as financial instability and troubled relationships. Keeping your front door clean and bright is not just about hygiene, it is a way of showing respect for your own good fortune. A simple routine of sweeping, wiping away dust, clearing cobwebs, and removing fallen leaves is like sending out a positive message to the universe. This home is ready, this door is open, and we welcome abundance. So as you can see clearly now, prosperity does not come from vague luck. It comes from how we care for every single detail in our living space. When the threshold of your home is treated with respect and intention, wealth energy will naturally be drawn in and stay. I want you to remember one thing. Feng Shui is not about being flashy or complicated. It is the art of arranging your space so that energy can flow completely and harmoniously. Every action you take today, no matter how small, can become the starting point of a brand new cycle of abundance. And right now, let us activate that flow of wealth energy with a powerful affirmation. Type this in the comments. I open the clear path for wealth and peace to enter my family. This is more than just a sentence. It is an alignment between your heart and your mind, sending a signal that invites positive energy to start moving through your life. Finally, if you found these insights helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. I will continue to share practical Feng Shui wisdom to help you nurture prosperity and protect lasting peace for your family.